Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Wine. Welcome back to art class. Today we are going to be learning about the element of value. The word value in art class means the lightness or darkness of a color or of an object. So if you look at this game board from a value game that I created, you will see that it has all of the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, and all of the secondary colors, orange, green, and violet. But you will also notice different values of those colors. At the top, we see our light values. In art class, we call light values tints. So a tint is a light value of a color. At the bottom of the game, you see the dark values. In art class, we call the dark values shades. So a shade is a dark value of a color. Today, you will be getting one color from this game, and your job is to see if you can put those colors in value order, with the lightest color at the top, then gradually getting darker and darker and darker. So let's try it out. The first thing you're going to need is a plain white sheet of paper. And I want you to start by putting your name on the back of that paper. Then you're going to take your paper and flip it over to the empty side. You are also going to be getting a Ziploc bag. And inside that Ziploc bag, there are different values of one color. So the first thing you have to ask yourself is, well, what color is this? When I look at my game pieces, I see lots of different values of the color yellow. Now my job is to take those values and put them in order, and that's where it gets tricky. I like to start with the tint or the light values. I look at all of these game pieces and I ask myself, which one is the lightest, or which one is closest to white? Whichever one I think that is, I'm going to put at the top of my value scale. Then I look at my leftover pieces. Which one is the next lightest? Well, both of these are pretty light, but if I look at them up close, I see that this one looks like it's a little closer to white. So I'm going to put that one next, and then this one. And then finally, I have the last two. Out of those two, which one looks lighter? That's pretty tricky. When I look very, very carefully, I notice that this one is just a little bit darker than this one. So I'm going to have that one and then this one at the bottom. Once I think I have my value scale in the correct order, then I'm ready to glue. I take the lid off, I twist the glue up, and then I just want to keep them in order. Remember, when you're gluing, you always flip the paper over, put the glue on the back of the small piece of paper, and then I flip it back over and push it down. Whoops, dropped my cap. And then I want to keep going until I have glued on all the tints. I've glued on the medium values or the regular yellow. And then at the bottom, that's where I'm going to have my shades or my dark values. When you're all the way finished gluing and you've made sure that you've checked for all of your loose edges and you have your colors in order, then you are finished with part one of today's lesson. Don't forget, before you turn the glue stick in, you want to twist it down just a little bit past the top, and then I've got to find that lid and put it on. When you are finished with this, you can continue to part 2 of the value lesson.